October 1st, 331 BCE. A dusty plain near Gaugamela, in what's now northern Iraq. Two unstoppable forces are about to clash. Alexander the Great, the young Macedonian conqueror, and Darius III, the last great king of Persia's Achaemenid Empire. This is the Battle of Gaugamela, a showdown that would change the ancient world forever. Welcome to Past Historical Events, where we dive deep into history's defining moments. Stick around, because this one's a wild ride. Hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. To understand Gaugamela, we need context. By 331 BCE, Alexander, just 25 years old, had already smashed through Greece, Asia Minor, and Egypt. 2 years earlier, at the Battle of Issus, he'd humiliated Darius III, forcing the Persian king to flee. But Darius wasn't done. He rallied an even bigger army to crush this upstart Macedonian once and for all. Alexander? He wasn't backing down. After Issus, he marched south, took Tyre and Egypt, and founded Alexandria. Now he turned east, chasing Darius into the Persian heartland. Their collision course led to Gaugamela, a flat, open plain near the Tigris River, perfect for Darius's grand plan. Let's meet the players. Alexander's army, about 47,000 strong. You've got the Macedonian phalanx, those guys with 18-foot sarissa spears, 7,000 elite companion cavalry, and a mix of Greek allies and mercenaries. Small, disciplined, and fiercely loyal. Darius? His force was massive. Ancient sources like Arrian and Diodorus throw out wild numbers. 90,000, 200,000, even 1,000,000. Modern historians guess maybe 90,000 to 120,000. Either way, he outnumbered Alexander at least 2 to 1. Darius brought the kitchen sink. Heavily armored cavalry, scythed chariots designed to shred infantry. Infantry from across his empire. Persians, Medes, Babylonians, and maybe even 15 war elephants, though that's debated. His trump card? The terrain. He picked Gaugamela's plain and had it leveled to let his chariots and cavalry run wild. Alexander's scouts spotted this prep, and he knew he was walking into a trap. The night before, Alexander's generals urged him to attack under darkness. He refused, saying, "I won't steal a victory." Bold move. At dawn, both sides lined up. Darius stretched his line wide, way wider than Alexander's, to envelop him. His center was packed with infantry, his left and right wings loaded with cavalry, and those deadly chariots waited up front. Alexander kept it tighter. His phalanx held the center under Parmenion, his left wing angled back to avoid being flanked, and he took the right with his companion cavalry. He had a trick up his sleeve, an oblique formation, slanting his line to mess with Darius's plans. The Persians thought they'd swamp him. Alexander thought different. Daybreak, October 1st. Darius strikes first. His scythed chariots, think ancient tanks with blades, charge Alexander's lines. The Macedonians don't flinch. Light infantry pelt them with javelins, horses panic, and gaps open in the formation. The chariots roll through, straight into pits and archers Alexander had prepped. Total bust for Darius. Next, Persian cavalry hits both flanks. On the Macedonian left, Parmenion's holding but getting hammered. On the right, Alexander starts his play. He rides out with his companions, drifting further right, like he's baiting Darius's left wing. It works. The Persian commander, Bessus, chases him, stretching their line thin. A gap opens near Darius's center, and Alexander's eyes lock on it. Here's where genius kicks in. Alexander wheels his cavalry left, forming a wedge with infantry behind him. He charges straight through that gap, aiming for Darius's royal chariot. The companions smash Persian guards. The phalanx locks down the center. Darius, surrounded by chaos, panics. Just like at Issus, he bolts. His chariot hightails it off the field, dust flying. The Persian army sees their king ditch them, and morale tanks. Alexander's phalanx holds the line while his cavalry cuts through. On the left, Parmenion's under pressure, but Alexander sends reinforcements after spotting the signal. The Persians break. It's a rout. Alexander chases Darius, but the king slips away. Again. Casualties? Persians lost maybe 40,000. Some say more. Alexander? A few thousand, tops. The numbers don't tell the full story, though. Gaugamela cracked the Achaemenid Empire wide open. Alexander marched into Babylon, welcomed as a liberator, then took Susa and Persepolis, looting insane wealth. Darius? His own satraps, like Bessus, betrayed and killed him months later. Alexander buried him with honors, claiming the title King of Asia. This wasn't just a win. It was the end of an era. Persia's 200-year empire fell, and Alexander's Hellenistic world rose. He'd keep pushing into Central Asia, India, until his death in 323 BCE. Gaugamela showed why he's still the gold standard for military brilliance. So, what made Gaugamela special? First, Alexander's tactics. That oblique move, baiting the enemy. Then striking the heart was pure improvisation under pressure. Second, discipline. His smaller army moved like a machine while Darius's giant force crumbled. Third, psychology. Darius fleeing wasn't just a loss of a king. It was a signal to every soldier that the game was up. The battle's echoes lasted centuries. Greek culture spread across Asia, blending with local traditions. The Hellenistic Age was born. Cities like Alexandria thrived. And militaries. They studied Alexander's playbook for generations. Gaugamela wasn't just a fight, it was a statement. Size doesn't win wars, strategy does. That's the Battle of Gaugamela, where a Macedonian king toppled an empire with guts and genius. What do you think? Could Darius have turned it around, or was Alexander unstoppable? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you loved this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more history epics.